Alright, so yesterday I watched this movie called The Tattooist, which is a horror movie from this horror movie 4-pack I got. Um, a Mill Creek 4-pack, and it had the first two Hostel movies, and that's how I first originally watched the first two Hostel movies a couple years ago. But this also has The Tattooist and Hunt for the BTK Killer, which I am in the process of going to watch soon. But I've watched The Tattooist, which is about a guy played by Jason Burr, who is a tattooist, but after he sits tattoos on people, all this weird shit starts happening. So it's a pretty easy plot to digest for a horror movie. It's a New Zealand horror movie too, which I thought was cool. I thought it was interesting that it immediately starts out like Carrie, except for if it was two males instead of two women, where young version of this character, Jake Sawyer, he's got a tattoo on his arm, and then his overly religious dad tries to cut his arm off because he says it's a sign of a devil, and it's a sign of evil, and it's very, very similar to Carrie in the opening. I was surprised like how similar it was. It wasn't a bad thing, but it was just like, oh, I can definitely tell this is an homage to Carrie. And like I said, the difference is that the dad tries to cut the arm off of the guy, but then of course it flash cuts to him as an adult, and his arm has just got like a big healing gash on it, but like it wasn't cut off, but he really tried to. And it's a really cool idea that this character Jake is a tattooist that cures people with these tattoos, but he actually fails at it, and all this weird stuff starts happening with tattoos being really kind of supernatural in a way, and I really like that. People start dying off and getting killed, and we're not really sure why at first, and I really like that. I thought that this did a good job of being a body horror movie, because I was actually surprised watching this one. The use of how small the budget is, I thought, this movie feels like it's pretty small scale. I thought that it worked really well in its favor with the moments of body horror, like the idea of like body melting with like ink, and the color ink like going out of a person's body like is really interesting looking and really cool. I like the effects on that. And if I'm going to be real here, I liked the first 2/3, and then the third act, I just didn't really like. I didn't like the fact that, and I'm not going to really spoil it, but I didn't like the fact that it had the explanation where I was like, that didn't really satisfy me. Like, I just kind of felt like it was whatever, and it wasn't anything super special. It really was a shame, because I did think the first 2/3 were fun and enjoyable, and like had some cool body horror to them, and I didn't mind the characters. I didn't mind how the movie looked. I thought the movie looked fine. I thought it was pretty entertaining, but then just towards the end, I don't know, I just felt like it really just, I don't know if went off the rails is the right word, because it didn't really go like insane. It just kind of gave a explanation to everything going on, but it was just like, I don't know. It really felt like it just didn't feel the same as the first 2/3. Which is really unfortunate, because I thought that this did have some good stuff, like I said. And I'm glad I saw it. I definitely am not mad at it. I'm mad I saw this movie. I thought it was totally fine. Just the ending was whatever. But, like I said, I liked it all right. But I've got the BTK Killer, which will be the next one that I'll review out of the set. I don't know if it's the next review on this channel, but it will be reviewed soon. The Hunt for the BTK Killer. So, that is it for today. Got more stuff coming up as usual, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.